guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda. Today I wanted to come on and do a project share video with you guys. I know I'm a little late. Most people do these more like in the beginning of the year and more like a month in, but you know, January was kind of a trial month for me. Like I had some ideas, I wanted to try it out, and then I realized certain things weren't working. So I switched it up and now I have what I feel like is a pretty good plan of how I'm doing projects for the year. And these are not like all of my projects, these are just sort of the kind of continual, like everyday or weekly, or the ones that are kind of going to last through the full year. There's also like other projects I do, like December daily, October daily, things that are focused like just on 1 month or one part of something. Like I do a birthday album for my son, things like that. So yeah, let's get into the kind of weekly, everyday type projects, and I will explain what I'm doing this year. So let me just move some things out of the way and adjust the camera a little bit, and yeah. Alright, so I think we're pretty good here on this one. So this is my Project Life album. I went with the 9x12 this year. I've been doing Project Life for probably close to 10 years now, which is like crazy, and yeah. But I've done it different styles. I've done 12x12, I've done 6x12, 9x12, or yeah, 9x12. And I tend to come back to the 9x12. That seems to be what works the best for me, just overall. So that's what I'm doing this year. I've also done weekly Project Life and monthly Project Life, and again, I think weekly sort of works best for me with this size. So yeah, this year I'm mainly focusing on using Ali Edwards' Stories by the Month kit. She kind of revamped them this year, so they're a little different than previous years, and I really love it. Like, they're mainly focused on pocket page cards and stuff again, which is like obviously the size you need if you're doing something like this. So there's a lot of 4x6 and 3x4, and she has this whole thing where like half of them are cards, like cardstock, and the other half are actually on vellum. So you can see that one's actually a vellum. Now a lot of the vellum ones are a little tough for me, and I mostly just end up putting white backgrounds behind them because with the whole, you know, stuff on both sides. But it is neat to have the option if you want to do more creative things with your vellum. So yeah, overlays and stuff. So yeah, that's basically, I'm mainly using her kits and also Cocoa Daisy. So once in a while I'll throw in like a week out of the month with my Cocoa Daisy kits, just because I do get the card kits or the memory keeping cards as well. So I did a week here, and I'm just kind of doing that at random. Like I just picked a week that I thought the photos looked good. I knew the Cocoa Daisy kit had a lot of blue and purple, so I had the, you know, blue and purple in this puzzle, the blue in the ice cream, blue in the Legos. I just kind of did it a week that worked. And then I went back to the Ali Edward for this week because my Monopoly board had all that pink and yellow, and yeah. So I'm just kind of doing what feels right in this album, and I'm not doing a whole lot of like embellishments in this album. It is mainly just cards, words, photos, maybe a couple little word stickers or a little like enamel dots, a tag or a label, just little things, not doing a whole lot of embellishing. I do enough of that in other projects. So that's my Project Life. That'll continue through the whole year. Now, my next two projects were a little bit combined when I first started in January, and actually this would probably count as 3 projects. I'll explain that in a little. But I separated them all again because I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't working for me, so I just decided to give myself the freedom to change it because it wasn't working. So let me get this. Okay, sorry about that. I kind of hit the wrong button on my camera or something happened. But anyway, like I was basically just saying, I split these projects up and let myself do what works for me. So I decided on doing a memory planner, and that was just my little note for the size I needed to print my photos. And as you can see, I have extra holes because originally I wasn't going to use this album, and I had this all in with my story album, and I'll explain that in a little. But basically, I'm using Cocoa Daisy horizontal inserts. I just like them. Like, they are working for me. I've never used these before. This is the first time, but I think they turned out really nice for the first month here, and I'm gonna continue just because I like them. There's enough, I like how they're like wider here, so you do have enough room for like a little bit of a bigger photo, and then room to stamp out some titles and some journaling. And I don't plan on doing a ton of journaling in this project just because I have Project Life with a lot of journaling and my story album with journaling. My goal this year was sort of to not overlap so much, so I wasn't telling the same stories in multiple albums because I just felt like that was too much, and by the time I got to like the last 2 or 3 into the same story, I just got kind of bored of it. So that was kind of the goal, was to try to make sure that my projects were truly different in each album and place. So my story album is probably what changed the most, because originally I was gluing in the memory keeper inserts with the stories on the back, and I was using digital layouts for like scrappy stories, kind of like a scrappy notebook thing. And I was doing that in here, and that was my goal, was I was just going to do that the whole time, just the 2 of them. But then I kind of missed doing the pocket pages and using the pocket cards in stories, and I realized that some of them worked really well. So I decided to go ahead and separate everything, do a separate memory planner, a separate story album, and I am working on ordering a Scrappy Stories notebook from Heba. She's sold out right now, but she says she's restocking soon, and I am so excited because I want to get that and get moving all my Scrappy Stories in that album. I should have just bought one in the beginning because I thought about it, like I really thought about it, and I didn't, and now I'm kind of regretting it. But anyway, we live and learn, right? So I did change out a couple pages in here because originally I had all those other inserts in here and I pulled them apart, and that was kind of a disaster, but we made it work. So I just kind of did that fresh start for the new year. And yeah, I just have stories, and I like the pocket pages, and I still like doing the big full frame out of pocket photos, so that'll probably continue. And yeah, like I have my Scrappy Stories in here that I already did, and I'm not sure if I don't really want to redo them per se because they are nice, so I might just leave them in here and then start whenever I start, like for February or whatever. I might just start with that Scrappy notebook. Maybe I'll just hold off on doing any more. And yeah, I started a story there for February. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing with my story album. I'm kind of changing it a little bit. And then my 3rd project, or 4th project, I forget where we're at here. That one will be a true Scrappy Story notebook with the grid style layouts and everything. And the last project I want to share with you, which isn't really a project per se, is my daily journal. I decided to start doing a daily journal this year. I've done it in the past, different formats. I used to do a journal in my Happy Planner, and I wanted a little more room, and I just decided I wanted something different this year as well. And I got some kind of gunk in my book here. I noticed that the other day, and I don't know what it is. Anyway, I still have to fill out the front cover here, but I started this for February. Did it a couple weeks before February, but I had the February kit, and then I waited till February to start the journaling in here. I was using kind of just a small scrap notebook, basically, just a, what do you want to call it? Just like a cheaper one, like thin paper and stuff, just to see how I wanted the layout to look. And I seen somebody else do this kind of vertical where they split the page in half and just wrote and then added some decorations, and I really liked that. It was simple, but you still got a little bit of decoration, and I got to get all my writing. So what I do is I've been not going ahead, like I wrote yesterday, Thursday, I wrote, and then I added Friday. So I'm not like putting Saturday, Sunday, and everything, because I don't know how much space I need. Some days I have more to say than other days, so I like that I can just kind of go as I go, and it's just a little bit, so you don't have to worry about like having a whole lot of time to decorate a whole page every single day. That's what I liked about this style, because I don't always have time to write every night, let alone decorate a whole lot. I've been trying really hard to make sure I do write every night though. So yeah, that is my daily journal, and that pretty much sums up all my projects, I think, for continual projects. And of course there's like random, you know, little projects, mini albums that come up if we do a vacation, or just something fun. You never know with me. I might just add something randomly. The only other big thing I'm doing is layouts. I'm still doing my traditional layouts, not so much the 12 by 12, just because they haven't really been working for me, but I've been doing 8.5 by 11, which I haven't done that size in a long time, and I've been doing that recently, and I'm actually really liking it, so might just stick with that size for layouts for now, but we'll see. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my project ideas. Hopefully you got some information or inspiration, and yeah, I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.